Yes, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
It's
All right, meeting's officially starting at 6:04. Good evening, everyone. Let me first
Good evening.
wish everyone a happy new year. I think we can still say that. It's still early enough in January, but I haven't spoken to most of you since the
Happy New
holidays.
Year.
So
It's
hope
17
everyone,
days in there already.
yeah, seven. Can you believe it? It's
Going
crazy.
faster. It's going faster.
It is. So hope everyone had a great holiday season and a great start to the new year. And of course, staying warm in this very cold New York weather. Those that know me, I am Greg Hambrick. I'm the chair of the governance committee. So pleasure to be here and pleasure to meet those who I have not had the opportunity to meet. So the first item on the agenda, which has been the topic of our meeting agenda for the governance committee and our wide-ranging executive committee and CAB meeting, is the open meetings and quorum reminder. First, the full meeting was sent to the CAB on Wednesday, the 10th, and there will be reminders sent out in anticipation of our full meeting, which is scheduled for the 25th. The larger topic, obviously, is the update to the Open Meetings Act, which now requires in-person attendance to count against quorum, which we have not reached in our recent meetings. I'm going to pause here, Mr. Chair. I know there was a meeting that took place today that I unfortunately was not able to attend, but not sure if you have any updates based on that meeting on your end that is worth sharing at this meeting.
Good evening, Greg. It's always good to hear your voice. Happy New Year to you and to everyone. I believe you can wish Happy New Year all year round. So
That is a good year. That's a good point, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
as far as the meeting we had today, it was just a little bit of a progress report where DYCD spent a lot of time and effort reaching out to the public officials, to ensure that that sector delivers their members to and to enable us to reach quorum. So that looks positive. Hopefully the rest of the NAB membership will attend, and if excused absences are at a minimal, we should hopefully achieve quorum.
Thank you so much for that update, Mr. Chair. Mike, I see you joined. Thanks for joining the meeting. Any additional context you want to provide? Again, I wasn't part of the meeting. I couldn't join. And any update on any discussion we discussed about utilizing current quorum guidelines in parallel with the expected new guidelines that we're talking about.
Thanks, Greg, for recognizing me, and I thank the chair for his highlights of the meeting. Let me advise the group, and we touched on some of this in the meeting, but in maybe a slight further bit of detail. As everyone is aware, the board is a tripartite board, and so over the past couple of weeks and really up until the wire of the next meeting, we have a clearly delineated plan of attack where DYC's external affairs team will continue to follow up with the elected public officials who are on the board, and Anita and her team will continue to follow up with all the private sector and low-income sector members of the board. Same thing, same objective, as the chair pointed out, to reach quorum at the next meeting, to remind folks of the importance of attending the meeting, strongly encouraging everyone to attend the meeting in person, because you have to attend the meeting in person to count towards the quorum. At the close of my remarks, I'll turn to Anita, who can remind as to how we track and follow up with members who have excused absences or other absences, and what the protocols are to follow up. What I will say, and I'll remind, because the chair had asked us to look into this, and we did communicate before today's meeting about this, elected public officials can designate alternates, other representatives for them. As long as we receive that in writing and someone attends, they can be counted toward the quorum at the meeting. So in addition to reminding whoever is the duly designated member, we have also reminded them and been forwarding the template so that they know how to identify other persons if they need other persons as a backup to be recognized at the meeting. So we're trying to proceed in that manner. Similar policy for the private sector members. They can designate additional persons to serve if the main rep can't attend. We're reminding folks in that same vein, in that same spirit of trying to have attendance and in-person attendance at the January 25 meeting.
Great. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that context and that update and additional information. Anita, as Mike alluded to, is there anything that you want to add in terms of an update?
No, we'll start making calls on Monday, and we call, we text, we email, so everybody will get very sick of us. But that's usually what we do. We've had 15 people already accept the meeting invitation that was sent out, which is good.
Okay. Perfect. All right, so that under the open meetings and quorum reminder, is the most important aspect. Of course, our hope is that we're able to conduct business and hope to have quorum and full participation at the January 25th meeting. And Anita, as always, if there's anything the chair and myself can do in terms of assisting with that communication, please let us know. We know it's that important.
Mhm.
And we certainly do not want to be faced with another meeting where we don't have quorum and can't conduct business. So appreciate
Right.
all of DYCD's efforts and everything that's done thus far.
Thank you for that. I want to acknowledge the chair again. He had complimentary things to say both about our team and external affairs at the close of our meeting earlier. There's one other detail I missed. I'd be remiss if I didn't bring it up now. The chair also, as you just said, Greg, stressed the importance of making quorum, but also wanting to attend to concerns that members who have been attending may sour in their view of the CAB if we don't make quorum again. And so we agreed that we would check in with the chair and actually use the first vice chair again at the close of business Monday. So Anita said we've got 15 confirmed. We want to see that number continue to tick up. We don't want to be capricious or premature about canceling or rescheduling this meeting, but we do want to see how the attendance numbers are ticking up. And so we will review, and on Monday, we'll probably reach out via email to check in advance of the meeting in the event that we may want to talk about course correcting or shifting the date of the meeting. So we're not planning on doing that. We are, as I said, and as Anita said, and as Itchy himself said, reminding people to show up for the meeting. And we will see where that takes us by Monday. So should we need to course correct, we have some time between then and next Thursday when the meeting is currently scheduled to take place.
Great. Thank you so much, Mike. Much appreciated. Before going to the next topic, just want to open it up. Is anyone on the call part of this meeting have any questions or anything they'd like to add, any comments?
You're
Okay.
muted, Clarice. We can't hear you. You're
can't-
mute.
Okay,
There you go.
can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, on the 25th of January, Thursday, it
Uh-huh.
has to be an in-person for us to meet quorum.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask for the days so that I can go out there.
Yeah, I'll call you tomorrow and we can discuss it further.
Okay, okay, thank you,
All right.
Anita.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Any other questions, concerns? Okay. Next topic is CAB vacancies. So for the public sector, we have 2 vacancies. If I'm not mistaken, Anita,
Well,
one of,
they're not actually vacancies. These are the members of the CAB. They're elected members and they need to send a representative if they're not going to attend the meetings themselves.
got it. I should have clarified that. You're absolutely right. I appreciate that. So the first one we've talked about that for the Staten Island Borough President. The representative for Assemblymember Brian Cunningham, is this a new one or this is?
It's new because when he was first appointed by the mayor to the board, his chief of staff was coming to the meetings, but subsequently that chief of staff left and now he has a new chief of staff. However, Andrew and Sarah from Intergovernmental Relations have spoken with the chief of staff, and he should have somebody present for the January 25th meeting.
Okay,
So that it should be, these were the only 2 that didn't have, all other elected officials have representatives that are attending the meeting. So we have
Got it.
8, yeah, I think we have 8. I don't remember. I have to look at the yeah. So we had 3 members that public sector members that weren't sending representatives. Councilmember Christopher Marte also, he attended a meeting once online before we were required to be in person, and he was under the impression he had to attend all the meetings in person. But he sent a representative to the program committee meeting. His director of policy and he's also a community liaison. And I explained to him that all the council member has to do is to say, this person is going to attend for me. And if it's more than one representative, that would be good so that somebody always attends. And of course, the council member can attend at any time, as any of the elected officials can, since they are the CAB member. So I think we're going to fix these things. The Staten Island Borough President, I'm leaving that for Andrew and Sarah to deal with because it's really it's like impossible.
Yeah, I know that one has been frustrating. Okay,
So Grace has put her hand up.
Hi,
oh, I apologize, I didn't see.
quick question. How many cab members per NDA or per district? Is it
But-
one?
We have, it's just one. You're a regional representative,
Okay,
the low income sector. We have 19 regional representatives and we have 3 NAB chairperson representatives. So we're busy getting those filled. We filled 2 last meeting. And we have 2 more candidates that are having elections right now. Well, I'm jumping ahead, Greg, I'm sorry.
but that's what the
Thank
NAB,
you.
but I'm talking about the CAB. How
Yeah,
does,
these
in
are
other words,
CAB,
in other words, I'm
CAB.
the only cab member for 11 and 12?
Yes,
Is it
Yeah.
only one or there should be more?
no,
Just
there's
one?
only
Okay.
one for each region. There are 19 regions.
Okay,
Each one should have a representative. And then there's 3 CAB chairperson representatives. Okay, Greg,
Anita, then you can just,
continue
we can talk
on.
about the low income sectors. I know there's some elections taking place and some updates on
Yeah,
the candidate searches as
Region
well.
7, which represents Manhattan 3, we have a candidate, so we're starting that election. I don't think it'll be completed by the meeting, but it'll be completed by the next meeting in April. And Region 14, which is Brooklyn 11, 13, and 15. So so we'll have those. The other 5, Region 1, Bronx 1 and 2, we're looking for a candidate, and Region 7, oh, see, I forgot to take, Region 7 shouldn't be there. Sorry about that. Region 12, Brooklyn 3 and 8, 3, 8, and 9. That was Mr. King was the member who was a very good member, but he came to the end of his term in September. So we've
Right.
been looking for somebody to take his place. So we hope to have that too. We've had elections, so we're going to be asking for a chairperson to represent the Bronx and Queens, and also another NAB chairperson to represent Brooklyn. And those people can be on the board for up to 3 years. So we're working on that right now.
Okay. Thank you, Anita. Anyone
You're
has any
welcome.
questions about the CAB vacancies for the public or private sector? Okay. CAB attendance, there were 5 excused absences and 15 absences as of September 7th, our September 7th meeting.
And
which
also
we
the
already
November
know.
meeting.
I'm sorry?
And also the November meeting. I'm
In the
sorry, I
November
didn't put
meeting.
that in.
Yeah, yeah. And we all know as a result, quorum has not been met at both those meetings. So just to remind everyone, the absences are counted from September to June. So September is kind of like started the new slate.
Yes, according to the bylaws, the CAB members have 1 excused absence per fiscal program year. I think it says program year in the bylaws. So that one is excused. It can be for any reason. After that, we start counting absences, and after 2 absences, we send a letter out saying, according to the bylaws, you need to attend the meeting. If you don't attend the next meeting, we have to take you off of the board. Or we have to, in terms of the elected, the public sector and the private sector, we have to talk to the actual member or the head of the private institution.
Okay.
But
Anyone
that's-
has any questions on the absences, excuse, or otherwise? Okay, any old business?
I don't think so.
Any new business that we need to discuss? I think the biggest topic of conversation was obviously the Open Meetings Act, so,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
discussed it already.
okay.
Yeah.
So with that, I want to thank everyone for joining the meeting, and certainly, fingers crossed that we have a full board meeting and full quorum to be able to participate. And we'll do everything that we can and support DYCD and their staff to be able to do so. And I look forward to seeing everyone at that next meeting. If there aren't any other questions or concerns, it's 6:23, and we'll entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion to accept.
All right, motion's been made by
I second it.
Herschel.
I'll second it.
Okay, second made by Grace. All in
Okay.
favor?
Okay.
Aye.
Aye. All right, ayes have it. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Stay warm. We're here to support you and look forward to seeing everyone at the next board meeting. Have a great evening.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
You too.
Good
Have a good
evening,
evening.
Greg. Thanks for everything.
Have a
See
good
you.
evening.
Thanks.